So this is hacking web file servers for iOS, and this is a very practical presentation. It's a very fast presentation as well. So I will try to demonstrate and show you the vulnerabilities that I found, and I'm being disclosing right now by TrustWave. And hope you enjoy. So a little bit about me. Just to make sure. Okay, just a little bit about me. My name is Bruno Gonçalves de Oliveira. I am a senior security consultant at TrustWave Spider Labs. I'm an MSc candidate, computer engineer. I spent all my life working with offensive security. I already have done some talks at Silverbolt, ThoughtCon, Source Boston, Black Hat, Source, DEF CON, Hack in the Box, TurkCon, Shady Sheriff, and Hackers to Hackers conference. So I'm around. And this is what we're going to talk today. Well, first of all, I'll tell you a little history. So I had to write a blog post, for my bonus. Then I think, well, I started looking for a subject. And then, well, nothing's more current than talk about mobile applications because, now everybody just use your cell phones, your iPads and everything. And then became very interesting a long time ago. So it's a lot of information here in smartphones. And iPhone is very popular, very popular. And while taking a search on the applications and inspection, we can see that mobile applications are mostly poorly designed. And that encouraged me to do this talk. And in the end, you see very old-fashioned vulnerabilities that are very interesting. And when you put it together with another technique, you can see great results. So that's what we're discussing today. Okay, so what are those applications that I'm talking about? So how many of you have already downloaded a file in your iPhone to share a file or to store a file? So I know some, Yeah. It doesn't need to be shamed, So these are it's very popular, those softwares. When I started this research, I asked for some coworkers to, hey, did you use this type of application? And many of them, yeah, we do, we use this application, for store files. Sometimes you have a friend, hey, can you pass this file or can you upload this file for me? And this is the easiest way. So this is designed to provide storage system to your iOS devices. Since by default, I don't know for iOS 7, but I know until iOS 6, by default you can upload a file or store a file, share a file with anyone with just the full features from your iOS device. So everybody downloads this kind of software and do what they want to do. So the data can be transferred utilizing Bluetooth, iTunes, and FTP. So beyond the easiest way that the web server, the data can be transferred utilizing Bluetooth. So you can utilize Bluetooth, iTunes. The iTunes has, I don't know, it's some stupid way to transfer a file that. And FTP. And as I said, they are very popular. And that's motivated me to do this talk. Well, if you do a little research on iTunes Store, we're not talking about jailbroken applications or applications that you can find on Cydia and applications that can install using any, after you jailbroken your phone. No, we are talking about iTunes Store applications. So if you do a little research about FTP web server, or web file server, web file, you find a lot of stuff. a lot of stuff. And so what I did, I took some of them, a bunch of them, analyzed it, and you see what happened. Well, as I said, some features are just to manage, store files, create albums, so you can upload just pictures and create albums for everybody to see. You can share that. Well, let's get to the chase. So I will present to you some vulnerabilities that I found and also some vulnerabilities that well, I did this research in March in this year, and some other people basically took the same way and find some stuff in the middle of the year. However, they didn't find my vulnerabilities. For God's sake, right? So, first of all, the first thing that you will see on these applications, you see that basically to compromise the data that are being stored or being shared is very, very easy. First of all, they're not being encrypted at all. Some of them, you have the option to encrypt, or you can enable and you can do a lot of stuff. However, it's not by default. Well, so here you go. So just some samples from, you can see that's not being encrypted, no SSL at all. And also you can check it how it's being done. So basically the web servers are like this. It's just a it's just a, better? Better. And then, wow. Okay. Still loud. And so as you can see, these are simple applications when you download it, and then they will start a port on, start a service in your iPhone, and then you can access, as you can see, barely see, right? So you can see there port 8080, then you can there browse your file and then upload it. And basically it's how it's done in all these applications. You just upload your file and then there's your file. In this case, I'm demonstrating that no encryption. And also, no authentication. And I wanted to make sure that for that's by default. So all these applications, if you can, all these applications, when you access those, you see that some of them have the feature to enable the authentication. However, it's not by default. So it's probably not by default in every application that do that. So as you can see here, they do have the option to enable, but it's not. Just to illustrate. Then we can still go on the vulnerabilities. You can see a simple reflected cross-site scripting. So of course, I'm not publishing what is this vendor, but you probably can find this in a lot of applications, and this is just a sample, just for you. Then we have persistent cross-site scripting. Okay, so at this point, I'm not disclosing my vulnerabilities. I'm just showing you the vulnerabilities that I don't know who found, but I know the company and stuff, but I don't know who found. So basically, you just set a new album as a script, and in the end, you got that executed when you access. So vulnerability labs, I don't know, so labs. So they have some individuals talking about a bunch of this kind of applications that I just talked about. So as you can see, it's just the most of it is just injecting script and injecting HTML. So probably the most of them, I didn't try it out, But I know I tried some and I could see that. Then, well, first wave, well, me, did this research on March, and just we are now just disclosing these vulnerabilities, and you see that the most of them they really don't care about security. Why I'm talking about that? Because when you see just one vendor responded, uh, uh, our when we asked him to fix the vulnerability, so just one vendor responded, and the most serious flaw is still vulnerable. So anyone that's using is vulnerable to this vulnerability. So you can see that, and it's very important in the end of this presentation because we just download software from our to our iPhones and all the time. Just I don't know, I need fart sounds, and download it, and that's being done for everything that we need. So you have to take care because if Apple is not taking care of us, we have to take care of us. So the first thing that I will show you is the path transversal that I found on multiple softwares. I only disclosed three. One fixed it. Oh, well. And I'll show you right here. So here I'm demonstrating the path transversal that I found. So we're just accessing the web server as you can see. And then I'm just demonstrating that you can access some folder that I create inside the phone. And then utilizing, go ahead, Bruno. So then utilizing encoding on the backslash, you can access the password file, for example. So I don't know why this is so bad. So as you can see, even this is not a jailbroken iPhone. You can access the file system even your phone is not jailbroken. So as you can see in this, no, this is a jailbroken iPhone, and I'll say why. Can you tell me why this is an iPhone that is jailbroken? I will give you one beer after this talk. Here you go. Uh, so if you can, but you can't see, it's not. Okay, so the point is that's because you can see the hashes right there. So who can tell me why I can see the hashes right there in NTC password file? Huh? No. Nobody else? So this is a jailbroken phone because I changed my default password. Because when you change your default password on iOS, I know until 6, you can see the password files will not be the etc password anymore. Will be the master.password. So then you can see the hashes. So there, you can see that if you were doing in a regular phone, in a phone that's not jailbroken, you see the hashes, and if you crack it, you see the real password. It's kind of different, right? So they change it after all. So this is the advisors that we're releasing today for Wi-Fi AD free Wi-Fi AD free. So this is the one vendor that fixed the vulnerability. Then we have FTP drive, and we have easy file manager path transversal. So this is the CVS that we're releasing today, and these are the vulnerability. Well, and you also, as I said to you, you also want to test the application that you use. If you use some application, take a look. It's probably vulnerable. As you see in this presentation, I will explain you that iOS 7 add another security layer to the iOS. I'm not a research, I'm a penetration test, so I did not did deep research about this, but we will see how it works. Well, I just did that. So then we got the fun. So we got unauthorized access to file system on Easy File Manager, besides the fact that it is vulnerable to path transversal. So I will show you how it works. So I'm not doing this live, but you can imagine it done this recorded, it's a pain in the ass. Done this live. Okay. This is, you can see that, right? Yeah, good enough. So as you can see, I will demonstrate here for you. So this is the application that I was talking about, the Easy File Manager. And as you can see there, I'm accessing utilizing the public IP. So if you're using this application and you're running and you have some, okay, I have to stop it. And you're running using utilizing GSM, utilizing the 4G, etc. You can access this application even it's utilizing the public IP. It's serious, right? So going ahead, we have that. If you can take a look, you can see that in the URL, you have the var mobile applications, the ID of the application. So that's so stupid. And then if you take a look, that works. So it's running. It's a little bit slow because I'm utilizing the public IP, and there in Brazil, so out there, I could access the folder from the application, and then if I go back, I can see all the file systems. Going ahead, I could go to the applications, you know, and utilizing this application, I can delete files and also upload files. So this is a big deal, right? Or no? Okay. So then, so this is what you can get utilizing just a non-jailbroken iPhone or a just regular iPhone. You can, I just demonstrate that you can access the ALM folder of the application, and also if you have the skills, thing that I don't, you can infect the file. You can, I don't know, you can do whatever imagination lets you do. So then okay. So as I said, it get worse when you have a jailbroken device. I'll show you another demonstration, and you see how can be done. One idea what can be done with a jailbroken iPhone. So as you can see, I'm accessing the same application. I'm taking a look on some folders just to make sure that it's all working. And there we have the same problem in URL. You can access deleting the folder and where you can get. So there we go. We can access the applications folder and see all the applications over there. In this case, Angry Birds. So you can infect this file and then compromise the phone. You can do whatever you want. However, I took the easiest way. For sure, it's not it's not easy to find whatever what I'm demonstrating right now. But yeah, take a look. Wow, they have a web server running there. That sounds interesting, right? So I can go there. I will check. Whoa, it's working the web server on the iPhone. Whoa, it gets better. It's running in PHP. Wow, that's the perfect scenario, right? So what I did, I just uploaded the PHP shell and I'm gonna do, oh, nice. Let's see it's working. Whoa, that sounds good, right? Whoa, it's listing files. So it's all covered. It's good. Whoa, it doesn't deserve applause on this? So as you can see, it's totally compromised. So in the end, if you have a jailbroken device, and you have this kind of application installed and someone took advantage, you can do a lot of stuff. This is just the point of the iceberg. As I said, I took the easiest way for doing that, but you can just infect a file. We have just a lot of talks talking about infecting iOS binaries and infect iOS applications. And you can introduce those techniques in doing there. As you can see, you can upload a file as well. So you can upload, delete. So you're free for doing whatever you want. As you can see, we're running as mobile, not root, of course. But as if the iPhone is jailbroken, you don't need anything else, right? So as I just showed you. So well, I just talked about the remote command execution, and as I promised, I tried this with the iOS 7, and you see. So utilizing iOS 7, for sure, increasingly the security on the iOS. As you probably will see, the application is not fixed, but and you have the same vulnerabilities as well. If you download right now the Easy File Manager, it's as you can see right now. So it did not change it. So as I was trying to access folders that I used to have access using iOS 6, but I'm not anymore. So iOS 7 brings us another level of security, and now the only thing that I can access when the iPhone is jailbroken is the folder from the application. So as you can see, there is the only thing that I can access, which is the vulnerability. It is still a thing that we have to worry about, but not that not that bad anymore, just because of Apple. So so this is a little bit. Are you familiar with the MDNS protocol? No. So MDNS protocol is a protocol that's just public to just publish it to broadcast what ports are you using, and if you are in a wireless connection, you just use this MDNS watch for iOS, and you can see everybody. For example, there, if I act, I can see that I have a SSH open in that computer. Apple works with this MDNS protocol, you know? So in a bunch of these applications also disclose themselves utilizing MDNS. So if you're taking around and looking at the wireless and you see a World Wide Web HTML or a web server, and you can see that it's a if they're utilizing this application, you can probably access and able to compromise. Okay, so from this, people, we have some conclusions. Um, Mobile applications already are the future, and so everybody knows about that. You know, that's I don't know why I put that. You know, mobile application designers still do not care too much about security. That's very true, man. If you take a look on the applications that you utilize, or the applications that your bank, or I don't know, any application that you use, if you do a deep inspection, overview on it, you will find some flaws. Too many applications. As I said, when you do a search on iTunes Store, you will find a lot of stuff. So, and a bunch of vendors is not no, they just want to be downloaded for some reason, you know, and or they want to get paid, you know. So there are too many applications, and we have to take care. And it's still old-fashioned vulnerabilities still rock. So you have a lot of vulnerabilities now. Here it's the best place for talking about that, because we're talking about application security, and this is a shame, right? So that's basically what I got from you today. So, but we still have one thing that's not related to this talk. That's a very important thing to me, and I want to share with you. Just 1 minute. Well, now I want all of you took your iPhones and cameras, please, all of you. All of you took your cameras. I want to see a lot of pictures from this moment. Go! I want to see you. I want to see a lot of pictures from this moment. It's a moment very important in my life. Probably not for you, not probably for anybody else. But it's important for you, for me. And I did. Yeah, uma homenagem para você, amor. I'm going to speak in Portuguese but you understand because of the pictures, right? So, você sabe que eu te amo muito. A gente já passou por muitos momentos juntos. E, meu amor, eu quero que eu quero passar o resto da minha vida com você. Você quer casar comigo?
She didn't say yes already. Will you marry me?
Yes.
Thank you, guys.